In this video, we're going to talk about how to handle Christmas and New Year's Eve sober like a pro. So I'm going to share with you how I handled being sober in the first few years of my journey and how I handle it now. So to make it clear, for those who need to know, Christmas and New Year's Eve has been put on this pedestal as you have to go out with your family, you have to go out with your friends, you have to go out on the works do, and you have to get pissed, sometimes take drugs, just to have a good time. And that is not the point. Now, when I first went sober, it was a little bit difficult because I remember a long time ago, when I was 20 years of age, I actually spent New Year's Eve in a cubicle with some random lad. I know that sounds really dodgy, it's nothing like that. But I actually spent New Year's Eve, when the clock ticked past midnight, doing a line of whatever it was I was doing, I can't remember, off a toilet. And I was just thinking to myself, wow, I bet your parents would be proud if they could see you now. You know, it's not a good look. So that's one example of how I used to spend my New Year's Eve. Now, granted, that was a long time ago, but it did happen. And I was only thinking about that the other day. Like, the clock struck midnight and I'm just with some random dude just sniffing a random line of powder after just being on it all night. And that's just not the way to go. So what you need to remember is Christmas and New Year's Eve, it's not all about drinking and doing drugs. It's about having time off work after a busy year, spending time with your family, spending time with your friends, seeing people that you haven't necessarily seen for a while. But that doesn't mean that you have to go out and get pissed just to have a good time or to make them happy. For me, one of the problems is when it comes to Christmas, I find it quite easy just not to want to drink. Like, Christmas is just a normal day for me. It doesn't really bother me. But I think the one that will bother people is New Year's Eve. So when it comes to New Year's Eve, there's this thing that you have to stay up till midnight just to celebrate the year, which is just not correct. Like, I don't know how staying up till gone midnight, drinking loads of alcohol, and then going to bed at 2 a.m. in the morning, waking up at like 11 or 12 o'clock the next day, and starting the 1st of January off with a hangover, a come down, still being awake, just generally feeling like crap. That's just not a good way to start the new year. And the fact, even if you don't drink, why do you have to stay up till midnight anyway? It just doesn't make sense. Like, if you were going to go to work on a Monday, you wouldn't stay up on Sunday till gone midnight and then get up at 7 a.m. for work. It just doesn't seem like a productive way to start a week or start 2025. So get that notion out of your head. You don't have to stay up till midnight, even if you're not drinking, and you definitely don't have to drink to start the new year. It's just not the way to go. For me, it's like, I want to start 2025 the most productive and positive way I possibly can. So last year, the year before, and the year before that, I don't actually think I stayed awake till 9:30, like past 9:30. I was in bed probably about 9 o'clock, and then I was up at 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning, down the beach, having a coffee because I live in Australia and it is summer at Christmas time. That's how I want to start my year. And I do feel all the marketing towards alcohol and Christmas to make you drink Baileys or whatever you drink is just a strategy to keep you poor. When you think about it, big advertising is just trying to keep us consuming, keep us eating junk food, keep us drinking, because they don't want normal people to be able to feel good enough, fresh enough, motivated enough to actually go out and achieve their goals. Now, I can tell you this more than anyone. Coming from a normal working background, middle class, worked as an electrician for 10 years plus. I would go out on the weekends, sometimes even maybe a Thursday. I would just consume a skinful, possibly even take drugs, eat loads of junk food, and then just basically be a vegetable in bed on a Sunday. From actually stopping drinking, I've started a YouTube channel, I've started a coaching business where I teach people how to stop drinking and taking drugs without going to AA. Like, this would never have been possible if I was going out every single weekend, living the norm, consuming alcohol. I just wouldn't have had the, how can I say it? I just wouldn't have had the mentality to be able to go out and chase my dreams and command a better life for myself. I always knew deep down when I was a kid, when I was like 15 years of age, before I started drinking, that I had ambitious goals. Like every kid, I wanted to have a Ferrari, a massive house, a beautiful missus. And then it seems like when you start drinking and taking drugs and going out on nights out, like all that goes down the toilet. You spend all week earning money, hard-earned money with your time, which you can never get back. You can get money back, but you can't get your time back. And just basically just pissing it on the drain. So with that being said, when it comes to Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and your friends are going out getting pissed, staying up till midnight, just ask yourself, the type of person I want to become, is drinking alcohol going to facilitate that life and the goals and that person I aspire to be? Or is it actually going to hold me back, make me not be able to sleep, make me spend my money, make me spend my time? You need to ask yourself a serious question. If I do drink and I do stay out late and I do waste my holiday days, is that setting me up for a good start of the year? Or is it setting me backwards? I'll let you decide. Thanks for watching.